So hyperbaric, hyper means increase, baric means pressure. It's a science that has been around for 1,000 years, maybe more. And the pressure that you're experiencing at maximum in this hospital is the pressure you would experience at 33 feet under seawater. It's a phenomenal piece of equipment, but very, 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 very simple. In the veterinary world, there's probably, I would say, a half dozen chambers in South Florida, as opposed to probably 100 to 200 human chambers.
I knew it was a process that humans use for various illnesses. I didn't know that dogs had the ability to also use it.
Yeah, his swelling looks like it went down even from yesterday.
This dog had a problem known as ischemia, which means that there were crush injuries not getting a blood supply.
It was the darkest bruise I'd ever seen. And the swelling around his pelvic area, it just didn't look normal. It was like hanging and super swollen.
When you take that patient, you put it in a chamber and you pressurize with 100% oxygen, that oxygen will enter into the fluids of the body. That plasma fills with oxygen, and it doesn't need a blood cell to get that oxygen to the tissue because the tissues are all surrounded with fluid, they're just not surrounded with blood. This is a tool that augments conventional therapy.
I'm always medical attention and medical responses. That's just how I've been, but you know, now I think my eyes have been open to other possibilities and other ways to heal, sort of as a complement to the medical processes like the antibiotics and the pain medication.
Good boy, handsome.
He has ichthyosis, ton of swelling. All the hair was gone at one point.
It's an unusual presentation. Normally it's a death sentence.
It's similar to a fungus, but it's actually called an oomocyte, and it's a spore.
That gets into the skin on contact, and then it creates this granulation tissue that becomes so swollen that it doesn't get a very healthy blood supply. So the drugs that you would normally give that patient to try and get rid of the organism that's causing the problem doesn't carry it deep enough into the tissues. You know, this dog's had 50 treatments, and he is most definitely not ready to throw in the towel.
I'm not there yet. I won't be to the point where I'm blind with it and let him be in harm's way, but we haven't given up the fight yet, and I'm certainly not calling this terminal.
All it can do is help, and that's what we've been told since day one. There's no harm that can come from this.
It's oxygen, so that's not anything that's new. So if there was one drug in this hospital that I would say has more potential to do more positive than any other single one drug, it would be oxygen under pressure.